If you're looking for an affordable way to get some deeper exhaust notes and some more street appeal for your 2021 or newer Ford Bronco, this Flowmaster FlowFX Catback exhaust will be a great option to take a look at. Now, getting right into sound, this will be a 3 out of 5 on the loudness meter, with 1 being completely stock and 5 being Wake the Neighbors loud. Now, this is going to add some aggressive tones with mild volume as far as the increase is concerned, which will be perfect if you enjoy hearing your exhaust when you get on it, but want to maintain a comfortable day-to-day driving experience inside the cab area. Now, this will also be right up your alley if you're looking for an exhaust that brings a better look to the table with the dual black tip design. Again, this will offer a moderate volume increase, but is really going to deepen the tone, which will be sure to turn some heads. With the increase in sound, you'll also relieve a lot of restriction compared to the factory exhaust, which will help when it comes to those small horsepower, torque, and efficiency gains. Now, the system will also feature the FlowFX straight-through style muffler to offer that sound and the gains, but will actually be significantly smaller than the factory one, which will provide a little bit of clearance to the underbody of the Bronco, which is an added bonus. Now, this will be made of a 3-inch mandrel bent 409 stainless steel material, offering a lot of airflow compared to the smaller diameter systems like the factory, and it's going to offer good rust resistance. Now, the tips on the back will be a little bit larger at 4 inches with a dual wall and slash cut or angle cut design for a quality and a more aggressive appearance. Now, this is also going to come with everything that you need in order to install it, with all of the hangers and factory locations. You're also getting some additional hangers, isolators, and clamps here for a straightforward install. Now, like I mentioned, this will be super affordable at roughly $675 compared to others in the category. This is going to keep it on the affordable side for a couple different reasons. One being that this is going to be made of a 409 stainless steel, so this is going to save you a couple bucks when it comes to materials, but it's still going to offer some really good rust resistance. This is also going to be a little bit less complicated than other choices, just because this has a no fuss design, and that's what I really like about that. You can rest assured that everything's going to stay in place on the back with this fully welded one-piece design that we have going on here, and look good at the same time with a dual rear exit and that black tip. Now, install will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about an hour to get the job done with some pretty basic hand tools. At this point, we can head over to the shop and check out a detailed breakdown of the install and what it looks like step by step. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into it.
For this install, you will need an impact, extension, 6mm Allen socket, 10, 13, and 15mm sockets, 15mm swivel socket, a magnet, a hanger removal tool, and also not shown here is a pole jack or a jack and jack stands. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing an exhaust on our Bronco, but before we get started, we're going to send you to watch a short video on how to uninstall your factory setup, and we'll see you when you get back.
So to remove the axle back portion of our exhaust, we have a clamp with a 15mm nut on it that we'll have to loosen up, as well as a couple hangers that we'll have to remove. So we can take a 15mm socket to loosen up our nut on our clamp. Next, we can pop our hanger out of our isolator using a pair of exhaust hanger removers. And now we can do the same thing on the other side for our other isolator. So now once we have all of our hangers removed, we can pull back on our muffler to remove it. Now once we have the axle back portion of our exhaust removed, we can come up to our flange. We have two 15mm nuts that we need to remove, and then two 10mm bolts that hold our hanger. So now we can take a 15mm socket to remove our two nuts. Next, we can grab a 10mm socket for our two bolts holding in our hanger. Now lastly, we can remove our hanger that's right above the axle. So we'll get a hanger remover tool, pop that out. And now we can slide our pipe off of our flange up front and remove our exhaust pipe.
Alrighty guys, welcome back. Now that we've got our factory setup removed, we can go ahead and start installing our new setup. Now for this particular one, we're gonna need to remove this hanger bracket here next to our flex pipe. So we're gonna grab our 10mm socket on our impact and go ahead and take this off real quick. So now we've got our pole jack in place to kind of lend an extra hand. We're gonna get our mid pipe here in place. So we'll line this up with our flex pipe. Go ahead and get this on the studs. And we can go ahead and loosely reinstall our factory 15mm nuts. Now we can go ahead and grab our factory hanger that we removed along with our provided 6mm hanger bolt. We'll go ahead and get our bolt through our hanger facing towards our threaded rod here. Get that started. Then we'll grab our 6mm Allen socket on our impact and we're just going to lightly tighten this down. Try to keep your hanger facing up with your locator dowel. Nice and snug like so. And we'll go ahead, raise our mid pipe back up. Let's start to get this line back up. We'll go ahead, get our dowel back in position here. Then we'll reinstall our two 10mm bolts. We'll tighten those back down again with our 10mm socket on our impact. Now we are going to leave these two loose for now, just in case we need to move this around and make any adjustments. So we'll go ahead and get our clamp over our slip joint. Then we can feed our over axle over our axle. We're going to go ahead, get our slip joint onto our mid pipe here. May need to lower this down just a little bit. Go ahead and get that in position. Then we're going to get our hanger into our isolator. Make sure our hanger is nice and through our isolator. Plenty of meat on the other side. Next, we can go ahead and remove our factory isolator from our passenger side rear hanger. Grab our hanger removal tool. Pop that off. Next, we're going to install our provided isolator bracket onto our studs for our hanger here. This is just going to go right over your factory isolator bracket. Then we're going to install our two provided lock nuts. Now we can go ahead and tighten those down with our 13mm socket on our impact. Now we can go ahead and install our provided isolator. And we have gone ahead and sprayed this down with some penetrating lubricant just to help it slide on easier. Anything to help your life a little bit would be beneficial. So we'll go ahead and get our provided bolt up through. Now this is very, very helpful for you to have an extendable magnet for this if you don't want to take off your whole bumper. So we're going to go ahead and feed this bolt into this bottom access hole. And then we're going to go ahead and get that through like so. We can install our bracket as such. Bolt as far through as possible. Take the magnet out. I can hold it by a finger here. We're gonna get a flat washer, lock washer, and our provided nut. And we're going to do the same thing for this other bolt here. Now this next access hole is a little bit harder to get to. It's right behind this toe plate here. We're going to go ahead and fish our bolt up in. We're actually going to try this larger side hole next to our bolt mounting hole. Get that through. Move this over. We'll get our plate onto it. We have that through. We'll go ahead and install our hardware. That will be another flat washer, lock washer, and nut. So we'll go ahead and tighten these nuts down, and the easiest way to hold your bolts from turning is to kind of just grab your isolator here and put a little pressure on the hardware and grab our 15 mil socket on our impact and tighten these down. Then we'll go ahead and install our other provided isolator, again with a little bit of lubricant to help that go on. Now we're ready to install our muffler and tail section. So again, we're going to grab our provided clamp. We'll go ahead and slip that over our slip joint first. Go ahead and get this in position here. Start by sliding it over our over axle. Work this slip joint on. Once we have that in, we can go ahead and get our hangers into our isolators. We'll start with our driver's side here. Go ahead and get this on. Go ahead and get our passenger side on. You may have to switch your isolator to your muffler side hanger first and go up with it. So now we can come back and start tightening down all of our hardware. So we're going to start at our flex pipe flange here. Now we've switched out to a 15 millimeter swivel socket and extension on our impact. Go ahead and get these tightened. Next, we can go ahead and tighten down our mid-pipe to over-axle clamp. And you want to make sure you have this pretty much flush with the end of your slip joint. And we'll grab our 15 mil socket on our impact and tighten this down. Now we can go ahead and tighten down our over-axle and muffler section. And we'll go ahead and use our 15 mil again to tighten this down. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our Flowmaster Flow Effects catback exhaust with black tips for your 21 to current Bronco, excluding the Raptor. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Bronco, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.